the Lost at Home podcast. Here are your hosts, Scott Bear and Jeremiah Johnson.
Welcome to the Lost at Home podcast. My name is Scott.
And I'm Jeremiah. You started with a little more gravitas there. But you immediately got rid of it.
Did I?
You started with welcome. And usually you start with a welcome like it's there.
Did I get rid of it?
Oh, no, I guess you just...
I can't tell what you're saying because I feel like I've been speaking this entire way the entire time.
Yeah, clearly it's not your normal speaking voice. Yeah, well, and I'm... Oh, remember earlier we were talking about how sometimes we talk to ourselves in our home? Granted, you have a loved one that can listen to you sometimes.
She definitely does.
And I'm alone with my deafening screams. And earlier, before you came, it's too bad you didn't show up and walk in on me, I was talking like this. And talking like this. I had two radio voice guys having fights with each other. One who was very heartfelt and deep, and the other guy who was going whack wonk, whack wonk, week walk, week whoa, whoa, crazy morning time. I was doing that.
That is what kind of wackiness you get here at the Lost at Home podcast studios. Welcome for joining the show for episode 253.
Absolutely. And 253, for those of you out there who are like, yeah, duh, it's 23 times 11, which is a semi-prime because it's a factorization that's made up of only two primes. And of course, the product of those of those two primes, specifically 23 and 11, well, those are two consecutive safe primes, which are primes in the form of 2p plus 1, where p is also prime. Obviously. Where my primies at? Whoa, primies coming out of the woodwork. Whoa. Yeah, this is for all my primies. I have problems.
Oh, we're doing well here, even though Jer is not.
Yeah, no, I have demons. I have demons and they scream to me.
Jer has tortured souls in his brain that yell at him nightly, keeping him awake. But you know what? Here at the Lost at Home podcast, we like to shut out the demons and we like to bring in the fans.
That's
right.
If
you are listening to this show right now, we'd like you to grab 3 of your friends.
Kill them.
Bring them around the radio.
Yeah.
Share your earbuds? Yeah, share your earbuds.
Yes, and all those of you who have those triple earbud sets, you know.
And get more listeners listening to the show because you know what you love, you know what you like. This is a show where we take the weirdest stories from the internet, we drag them up to the surface, we skin them, fillet them, devein them, detail them.
Yeah, fuck them.
And then literally we detail them. We go into detail into each story.
Oh, wow. Good for you. Wow, you are on top of shit. That's a solid pull there.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna pat you on the back on that for that.
Much like a fisherman pulling a haul of eels out of the ocean. That's a solid pull.
Yeah. Oh no, you got it back. Okay. Yeah. Well, you're all over the place. Yes. So we take the greatest thing is after we take those, we detail these tales from the internet, deep down in the internet. We try to spin them into new, interesting content, much like fishermen will spin fish scales into a coat. Sometimes they do that.
That's how chainmail was invented.
They were just like this fisherman was walking around town.
The first chainmail. Look
at my coat.
Very few people know the very first chainmail ever made by anyone on Earth was a whole series of fish scales sewn together into a series of armor.
It was actually called scale mail, but they didn't like the fact that it rhymed and it sounded silly, so they named it chainmail. And they're like, "Wait a minute, what if we actually make this out of metal?" And then the fisherman's
the very first person who wore it died.
Yeah,
they were immediately stabbed.
Yeah.
Ironically enough,
fish scales are not strong.
Or ironically enough, with a scaling knife.
Yes, yeah. They were filleted on the battlefield. Yeah. Which actually was not bad because it just took their armor off and then they were fine underneath and they went home into their loving family. So actually it turned out to be a win for them. But it proved this is something we don't do. We don't actually spread fake news. I want to tell everybody that was actually made up content right there.
That's how the show goes. We make up content based on the content that we find that you can't find, that you've never heard, that we're going to tell you.
Boom!
That's
2019.
Wait. Can we have an audio stamp here? We're going to make that a t-shirt.
Okay, cool.
It's going to be a long, wordy t-shirt. Might even carry on to the back.
I like that.
Yep. All right. So the way the show goes is we do a rapid fire segment where we go through a few stories.
We've been doing it like the last 4 weeks, I'd say. I don't want to promise it every time, but honestly, every single time since we've brought it back, we've been doing it because it allows us to get more stories in your ears without having to go into detail or create a lot of extra content for them.
And then we take those short stories, we give you a quick burst of news, then we move right into web droppings. Where with web droppings, we go deep into the stories. We tell you the story. We make up a story. That new story is called content. Take that content, shove it in your ass, and enjoy it.
Yeah, make a t-shirt out of it.
Yeah, shove a t-shirt in your ass. Walk around like you have a tail.
Yeah, or shove a t-shirt maker in your ass so they can make a t-shirt inside your ass.
Or every time you shit, you just shit a t-shirt.
Oh, man, a self-made T-shirt cannon.
Depending on what kind of bowel problems you have, T-shirt cannon.
That's right. Yeah.
That's canon now for the show, by the way. Asshole T-shirt maker T-shirt cannon.
Okay.
Canon for the show.
That's canon for the show. Also, if you have diarrhea, it's just like a shredded shirt. It's like Hulk Hogan got his hands on it, and by that I don't mean he called it the N-word. I mean, just this Hulk Hogan pointing at things and calling them the N-word should be a skit. just like puppies and shit like that. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah, he's like in a laundry room and he just points inside the washer and goes,
yeah. You all know what the word is. I don't have to tell you.
Can we replace the word with something else?
What's
What's a funny word? Like in general, what's a funny word to say?
Numa.
Numa. That's not a word.
I panicked. I panicked on those on the spot.
I heard racism and I panicked.
You put him on the. You put me on the spot.
Fondue.
Fondue. How about
No.
How about
Two syllables. Two syllables.
Oh, I was gonna say Zamboni. That's the classic comedy word, right?
How about boner?
Boner's hilarious.
All right. So you have not Mike Tyson.
No, Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan in a laundry room just points inside the washer and he goes, boner. But it's the N-word.
Yep.
And then he goes into the fridge and looks around for a moment and then just goes, boner.
Honestly, just him
and closes the door.
Honestly, just Hulk Hogan pointing at things and saying boner is just as funny, and we don't have to be racist.
He walks up to a little kid.
I mean, granted, it doesn't have the inside.
He walks up to a little kid holding a balloon, holding his mom's hand. White kid, of course.
Of course, yeah.
Boner.
Yep.
Just picture the N-word for all of these.
Yes. Or just boner is fine.
There's a scene where he's just staring with his hands cradled, like two hands together with his chin on on the backs of his hands.
Like a little cutesy
pose, looking at a goldfish.
Yeah.
And he watches it for like a minute straight, and then just goes, boner.
Oh my god. I really wish that it wasn't so bad to do that, because I would do that. And that's what the thing about the creating content for the show is we can create these content pieces that we know could never actually be made into any real content. But if you make it, this is a copyright and you owe us. So anyway, so we are going to get on into the first segment that we're talking about, which is rapid fire, where we're going to go through a few stories that were cool, but pretty much the story is in the headline, so it doesn't really warrant new content or a waste of people's time, but it's good enough for them to reach your ears. So we're just going to blast through these rapid fire pieces.
Blast! We're going to go through a rapid fire segment.
I forgot that you had an intro for that, where you just go rap. You stutter for a while, and it sounds like you're going to say the word retard, but you say the word rapid. Or rape. Rape and fire. Dude, you have to start pronouncing rapid fire correctly, because every time you say rape and fire, it's really bad with your stutter.
Well, they tell you never to yell rape, yell fire.
Yeah.
Rape fire.
Yep. Yeah. Fire.
I combined the two. I think outside the box.
What are you in for? I screamed rape fire in a crowded theater. Not supposed to do that. Anyway, this actually starts with a state that we're going to get back to later in the show as well.
Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
Open your doors to me, Florida.
Are you going to have a segment opener for every single story? Because that's not usually how things work.
Florida
but I like
man,
it.
Florida man can do anything a Florida can. Florida man opens a can. Florida man stuck in that can. Florida man.
It's probably happened.
Yeah, you need help from the cops to get out of that can.
Florida man stuck in. I'm just gonna type that in and see what it. All right. Florida man gets stuck after climbing down 30-foot well. Oh, Florida man rescued after getting stuck in 40-foot well. I think they're the same story, just one of the stories is more accurate than the other. Anyway, Florida wants to banning plastic straws. A lot of states are trying to, localities, municipalities are banning plastic straws generally.
Quick update.
Quick update.
They won. They actually got the ban passed through.
Well, I should say that it's a bill, right? So,
it's a bill. It's a bill. They got the bill passed.
So the bill has passed a committee, I believe, right?
Bill got passed.
Yes, I
I'm
believe.
a Florida legislator. This is how
Oh no, okay, never mind. I didn't realize it was actually. So okay, that makes more sense. It was a citywide thing, because usually it's a local ban that is. So this local ban actually got approved by the city council, the city commission. Okay, and great. Thank you for the update.
Well, my little thing is actually how every Florida city council meeting goes. That's how they talk.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you actually have to give your demonstration of skills in that manner before you can be appointed to the council.
Hold on, I do actually want to just check because I believe there's an actual statewide bill that actually has this as well. This popped up in a couple of. All right, what do we got here? Excuse me. All right. I'm going to take a look at this and figure out, okay, local government adopting ordinances.
Okay,
there we
clickety clack.
Okay, and it's also
Chair needs to read the snack.
Yeah.
Snacks are words for Chair.
So it
Chair
was,
eats words
so it
for
did actually,
dinner.
it did actually pass the committee, so it's now in the Community Affairs Committee. So it still has a ways to go before it might actually get turned into law. But it has passed the committee. I was going to say, Florida just convened. I work with legislative stuff. They literally just convened their session the other day, but they cheat. They work ahead of time on stuff and pass it before the bill.
Ooh, you mean they're prepared?
No, they don't let anybody do anything, and then when people are actually there, when everything convenes, they're like, "Oh, it's too late. We passed that already."
Oh, that sounds like Montpelier.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah,
don't give people enough of heads up.
Montpelier, we're podcasting out of the capital city, Montpelier, Vermont. Montpelier City Council, same thing.
Yep.
They do everything behind closed doors ahead of time, and then by the time you get the public say-so...
I will actually say...
they basically let you speak and already have a decision.
The Vermont State Legislature works a lot that way, which is unfortunate because we're supposedly such a progressive state, but if you need something done here, you need high-priced lobbyists, because otherwise... If you show up to a hearing, it's probably too late. I mean, not necessarily, but all the activity doesn't happen on there. You go to the website, there's no update. All that shit's buried in journals.
Yeah,
and stuff
and
like
Vermont legislature, you need 3 early 20s man boys with Vermont grade A pure maple syrup in tow.
Yes, exactly. Yep. That's necessary. You also need a man bun and Birkenstocks.
It's called a Vermont tossed salad.
3 bottles.
Getting a bill passed with maple syrup as the lubricant.
That would toss your salad. Anyway,
that might be a show title, Vermont tossed salad.
Yeah, which is great when the show title has nothing to do with any story we talk about. Nope. I actually like those better. All right, so Brazilia's president, Brasilia.
Brasilia.
That's what they call it. Sure, fuck it.
You gonna make all those Hitlers down there mad by calling it Brasilia?
I think that's Argentina, actually.
Boys from Brazil.
Oh, there's Nazis in Brazil. I thought Hitler supposedly went to Argentina.
Hitler was cloned in Brazil. Most Nazi escapists went to Argentina.
That's right. So the Nazi escapists, because they've actually did legitimately protect Nazis for a bit. Yeah. So Brazilia's president tweeted an amateur golden shower porn. By this, it was actually candid footage of
amateur
a parade.
Golden shower porn. So. Almost any golden shower porn.
But here's the thing: is I actually watched the video because this. By the way, he intentionally tweeted this. It's not that. This is a street parade. Because what he was trying to do is this guy has disdain for Carnival. And Carnival, of course, is one of the most debaucherous parties on the planet. It makes Mardi Gras look like fucking Child's Play.
Nice.
Exactly.
And
awesome.
I love the movie Child's Play.
So this giant giant street party. That movie did sort of ruin that, didn't it? It makes such and such look like Child's Play. That was brutal. That doll killed hundreds of people.
That babysitter was thrown out of a 4th-story window.
Yeah, the guy was like a mass murderer. There
were footprints in the flour.
Yeah, can't use this makes it look like Child's Play anymore, all right? Something else good movies have ruined.
Yeah, this was Child's Play. You mean there were footprints in the flour? What are you talking about?
Deep cut there.
That's how you know when a doll comes to life.
Yeah.
Footprints in the flour.
Yeah. Oh, what's that? You got a haunted doll? How much flour you got? Oh no, you're good. You got a cup of flour. You just spread that around the house.
How many dolls do you want me to kill versus how many dollar bags of flour are you willing to buy?
Yeah.
This is simple economics.
There's a flour to haunted doll ratio, okay? We need to figure that out before I can take care of your haunted doll problem. Tiny little footprints in the flour. Not fucking rocket science.
That needs to be an entire haunted doll movie. What do we do? It's in the kid's bedroom.
How much flour you
got?
got?
On the floor. We've got $1 bag of flour. We're going to throw it on the floor.
Yeah, but I was going to make some cookies. I don't want to lose all my flour.
$1. Go buy yourself another bag.
Well, I mean, but I guess.
Is your child's life worth $1?
No. I'd rather have a cool haunted doll walking around. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Well, can we just set up a camera? Maybe get that on film? Maybe it's dancing.
Well, after about 3 hours of talking them into $4 worth of flour, we put flour over the entire house. There's flour over the entire house.
Yeah.
Well, we figured out the doll likes to, pace a lot. I think it has a lot on its mind. Maybe it's rethinking its entire motives for killing children. It seems to just walk in between the DVR and the lamp and just pace a lot.
But it's all over my house, and one of the reasons I totally forgot why I didn't want you to put flour down is because my child's allergic, so he's dead. So, no killer doll here.
Yeah, my kid has celiac disease. Can we kill the doll in a way that doesn't kill my kid?
No.
No.
Afraid you're stuck with a haunted doll, you gotta move.
What about sugar? Can it walk in sugar?
I can walk in sugar, but it kicks it around more, so you can't tell. Also, mice eat it. Ants carry the sugar away. Oh, what are you talking about? Oh, yeah, golden shower porn. So Carnival is a giant street party that makes Mardi Gras looks like Child's Play, but not the movie with the flower. And excuse me. Brazil's president does not have a high opinion of Carnival. Despite the fact that it brings up in a lot of tourism because it's so debaucherous. What they have done is they actually intentionally tweeted something that pointed out like this is what Carnival has become or will become, and it was actually like a street parade of some kind of street party. And in this, there's somebody standing on top of it looks like a bus stop, like the top of a bus stop, one of the closed ones. Mm-hmm. And this guy's dancing with his boyfriend, and the boyfriend, one guy takes his penis out, and the boyfriend
sucks him off,
dips his hair down, and the guy pisses in his hair, and he starts shampooing himself with the piss.
Oh.
So it was intentional, but everybody's like, oh, golden showers, and then the Brazil president had to tweet that he didn't actually know what a golden shower was, anything. But it turned out that this is not one of those accidental tweets where people are like, ooh, Ted Cruz accidentally tweeted hardcore pornography or something. This is like the guy was like, here's some fucking hardcore shit with dicks and piss and golden showers because that's how Brazil's presidents work. Still, much more like that is actually still more respectable than Donald Trump.
I didn't know what a golden shower was. I just found out. Now all you need to know.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go.
Well, that's like an infomercial. So basically,
he's trying to help.
He did a public service. Next story. India's army mistakes Jupiter and Venus for Chinese drones.
Yeah, so what happened here is they, for a while, have been observing what they assumed were Chinese drones coming into their airspace because at night they would actually see these lights that they assumed were drones. Yes. Oh, and apparently they weren't moving that fast because it turns out that what they were actually seeing was... Oh, you're doing the whole Doppler effect. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Kind of wish we had a stereo microphone. Because now to the listener, that just sounds like quiet, loud, quiet, which still is good.
That is the Doppler effect, technically.
Well, yeah, but it also goes left. It should go left.
It is
to right.
an intensity and.
But it's also the pitch goes up and down, which it probably did there. The people probably heard that.
It might have.
Yeah. Anyway,
might have.
I think I did that right. It's low to high, right? Is that what it is?
It's low to high. Yeah, I wasn't doing it right. If I did it right, I'd be like,
perfect. That's pretty awesome.
That might have been better.
It's like somebody throwing a fucking mogwai, like a football.
Well, I was thinking it was the Jetsons car speeding past you. After I hit a kid.
Definitely sounded like somebody got sick of a mogwai and threw it across the room. Yeah, exactly. All right, so it turns out
I actually want to listen back to hear what all that sounded like.
Yeah, I'm curious too, because people wearing headphones that could actually sound pretty good. It turns out that these things that they considered spy drones that would come into the same airspace on a regular basis were actually just the planets of Jupiter and Venus.
Fuck them for going into India's airspace, number one.
Well, that's what I was picturing, is just like these soldiers being like, there they are again! Kaboom!
They're shooting at Jupiter.
Boom. Yeah. And you're like, oh, these motherfuckers don't go down.
And those bullets have to fall somewhere. Like, so they're starting a war with Pakistan as we speak.
Well, because they tried to start a war with Jupiter that they thought was starting a war with China. This is like really
confusing. Breaking news this weekend comes India versus Pakistan. We'll just try to shoot.
Yeah. Hey,
wait for it. Give me 2 seconds.
2 seconds up.
Oh, I'm trying to pull this one from the deep depths of my soul.
Okay. All right.
Well, thank you. Come again, Jupiter.
Oh, God.
Oh. You don't need to be in our airspace.
You took
that. Oh, no. We went war with Pakistan. And then you go to Pakistan. Oba doba 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 doba.
You took that long to come up with something more racist than if we had just actually said the N-word.
Nope, that was the most racist thing I could do. Oh no, look!
But you had to tear it from the depth of your soul.
Yeah.
So you had to think about it, and you said, "This is a good idea."
Oh, you think the good idea ended there? You mean when I went to Pakistan and the all but
Doba, which isn't even a good bad stereotype. It just doesn't make sense.
It's better to be bad at it because it means I'm too dumb to be racist.
Oh, that's how it works. Yes. We all know that it takes a certain level of intellect to be racist. Also, people get Indians and Pakistanis mixed up all the time because there is a similarity.
They're two different nations
and actually,
with different cultures and beliefs.
And I can, well, not only that, but just based on the accent alone, I can actually tell a little bit of a difference between them as well as because you watch. Luckily, in pop culture enough, there have been enough Pakistani actors who have had to correct that and be like, and then you start hearing the difference between them. As Americans, it sounds subtle.
Kumail,
well, exactly.
non-Jabi.
Yes, exactly. Pakistani, everybody considers him Indian.
Yeah.
And you can actually hear like that. There's a difference in the and I guess and again, if you're from Pakistan compared to India, it's probably really a glaring like crazy difference. But in America, hey, probably pretty much the same. Or in your case, you clearly have never heard a Pakistani band because it's dabu dabu dabu.
Billionaire dies during penis enlargement procedure. Last story of rapid fire.
Literally the entire story.
Yeah, he actually had
a heart attack.
He had a heart attack, but he was a billionaire, meaning he had everything.
Except for a big dick, apparently.
He can pay any girl on Earth, literally probably
to
any girl on Earth, to say, that's a big dick.
Just pretend it's a big dick and be like,
even
oh
my
God, I've never had it. But you know what happened? The internet ruined it because he finally started watching all this porn. He's like, wait a minute. And porn like ruins the way that men look at themselves because they assume all dicks are huge. And they're just like, even guys with, like 7-inch dicks are like, oh, I'm a fucking peewee,
I don't know. The porn dicks look normal to me.
Yeah.
They size up.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
They look fine to me.
Yeah,
I don't know what everyone else's problem is.
I have a 12-inch black cock. I have no idea what you guys have.
Black.
Yeah, I have a big boner cock. That's what I've got.
Unfortunately, my wife's allergic to shoe polish, and well.
Oh, you're the first person to get arrested for black cock instead of blackface. Well, I don't know what that was doing in my yearbook for one, but I am very sorry that as governor of Virginia,
Mr. Scott, you've been running for president for 14 years now, and every time you run, the black cock comes up every time. You say you only did it at Halloween, but we have photos on Arbor Day, International Women's Day, Groundhog Day.
Yeah, that was a big one. Yep. I like that one. I'm paying you actually.
Yeah. National Recycling Day.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing. I just happened to be out with my cock. So
Grilled Cheese Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, that was a thing about that is it happens every Tuesday at my bar. So that was a lot. There's 14 years.
How do you explain the black cock? Do you find it a bit distasteful that you're black facing your dick head?
Well, the thing is about that is in most of those situations I was also wearing blackface, but that just got ignored. So because I felt the way to take away from the blackface is to take a black cock out.
More people were more interested in the dripping shoe polish from my exposed penis in a public bar.
Yes, we have two Scotts now.
I speak with a slightly more astute verbiage.
Yes. That's
rapid fire. Rapid fire. Wrapping it up.
Yep.
Time to move on.
I'm actually gonna skip Blinding Me with Science. Save that for next week because I think
I couldn't even read it once I clicked on it. I was blind.
Okay, cool. Because we have not done this segment Blinded Me with Science for a while. Blinded Me with Science.
Thank you for.
She blinded me with science. She blinded me with science and a black cock.
It was mainly the shoe polish that got in my eye.
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah.
A lot of shoe polish in the eye. That burns.
Yeah. Also, she just, it was hers.
Coming in that same eye didn't help wash it out. That's not how you wash out shoe polish.
Oh, God, my eye burns. Quick, come in it. Nope, didn't work.
No. No one. Wait, has anyone ever said that?
In a porn sometimes.
Hey, listeners out there, if you'd like to hit us up at the Lost Gnome on Twitter, if you've ever been cum in the eye to help relieve a previously poorly existing condition, write us.
The only thing I can think about is if you're like in the desert with nothing else liquid and some legit poison shit gets in your eye and you're like, I need to wash it out with something that's liquid.
Me with guy sauce.
But even then you would say like spit in my eye, right? You wouldn't just immediately go to cum. Be like, give me 7 to 8 minutes.
Guy sauce. He blinded me with guy sauce.
He blinded me with guy sauce. That's the guy and then song. Anyway, we're not doing that segment. I'm going to save that for next week because it actually has a little bit of depth to it. And I want to get into our web droppings because we have a rather lengthy web dropping that I want to make sure we
One
get
of
to.
them, yeah.
Yeah. So
before that, we have two quicker ones. The first
maybe
one,
quicker. We'll see how they go.
Dropping 2.0.
First one for web droppings. Sex outside of marriage may finally be legal in Utah. Meaning, if you didn't have a ring on that finger, you've been breaking the law.
Yes, and here's the thing about
Wait.
this. Yes.
Let me rephrase that. If you didn't have a ring on that finger, but your spouse is on that finger, you're probably breaking the law. Ooh,
Yes.
this is I got my content.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead and tell the story.
I will. The Utah State Legislature passed
I'm
a
gonna
bill.
work on my content. Will you try to tell the story?
They passed a bill that
I'm
repealed.
gonna be sitting over here
Sits
working
quietly.
working on the content.
Cool. Glad to.
I'm gonna make sure I have my own little workspace here. Hold on.
There is a piece of wood on the table.
There, I built an office. Now go ahead. I'll be quiet.
Okay. The Utah State Legislature on Tuesday passed a drill now. Passed a bill that repealed the misdemeanor crime of fornication, making sex outside of marriage legal within the state. Now, this thing about this is the House passed the bill, which is Senate Bill 43, because it went through the Senate already. House with a 41 to 32 vote, which means 32 people are so stuck up their ass with their ridiculous backwards religious points of view where they thought it was okay. And here's the thing: if you personally believe you shouldn't have sex until marriage, that's fine. They thought that they should, and I guarantee these are all Republicans that voted this way. But yet it's crazy. They're like, no government overreach. Oh. But let's make sure you can't fuck. And here's the thing. The reason they're repealing this is not because they're like, oh, we need to do good for the world or anything like that. They're like, they've been going on a bunch of, a spell of repealing unenforceable laws. They repealed the sodomy law last year or a couple of years ago. Things like certain things like that. So this is the most recent one. We're like, listen, we're never going to enforce it.
Number one, in the bedroom laws are stupid.
It's ridiculous, which also includes like just any kind of personal law where it's just between two loving, consenting adults. Whether that's gay marriage or anything.
For sodomy with your wife, it's like water cooler talk. Like you tell your coworker, "Yeah, I fucked my wife in the ass last night," and by the way,
or she fucked me in the ass.
Who the fuck shares that?
Yeah.
By the way,
hey, I got pegged like a motherfucker last night.
But regardless of sharing,
it's fun.
Does that
nice.
coworker then go snitch to the cops?
Well, and when they do the cops go, oh, we actually have, we're trying to get this pedophile ring, also known as the Catholic Church, broken up.
I just changed my entire new content.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yes, I am, because that's actually pretty much the whole story, so we're ready.
This is like Chris Hansen meets cops. Consensual sex snitch.
It's like the back alley thing with the voice go to Carter like deep throat and they handle like a yes. I'm afraid. Oh yeah, I've got my sources. The source in the fucking back alley or the parking garage.
Yeah. So it's like they clear out, instead of bringing him to like the house where the 14-year-old girl lives, they bring you to a nice restaurant where you think you're meeting your own girlfriend.
Yes.
But they've called your girlfriend ahead of time and told her to stay home.
Stay home.
Chris Hansen sitting on the other side of a two-top.
Why don't you have a seat?
With candles.
Why don't you be? Which one do you want to be? You want to be Chris Hansen or you want to be the
Don't
snitch?
care. Which one do you want to be?
I can be the snitch.
Okay, I'll be Chris Hansen.
All right.
So Jeremiah.
Hey. Yeah.
Well, okay. We should probably reverse the roles. I'm married.
Okay.
Consensual between partners. Yeah. So you're Chris Hansen. I'm me. Okay. You introduce me. Actually, where's my wife?
Well, why don't you have a seat? Why don't you have a seat there, Scott?
Okay. This is the table I reserved for me and my wife.
Why don't you have a seat, Scott?
Okay, I'll sit.
Why don't you have a seat?
Why am I sitting? Where's my wife?
Why don't you stand up, Scott? Stand up real quick.
Okay. I don't know why I'm doing both of these things.
Turn around. Do a little pirouette there.
I don't mind. My ass is
do you know what
pretty good in these pants. I bought these slacks earlier. They're the first fitted I've ever bought.
Right. Take those pants.
I bought them actually at a size that wasn't quite mine on Amazon. Those cheaper there.
Macy's, Marshalls. What
no. It's cheaper to buy them off-brand from China on Amazon and then wait the extra week for shipping and then have them taken in by a local tailor.
I heard sometimes
you actually save about $75 on fitted pants by doing it that way.
I heard the Chinese dyes can sometimes cause cancer and get.
You got to wash them like 3 times ahead of time, and that actually gets you a better fit before you have them tailored.
Why don't you take those pants off for me?
Okay, underneath I have these are satin boxers.
Hold on a second. I'm just gonna put these pants on. I'm just gonna try these on there.
Oh, they're not
that's
fitted
good.
for you. They're not fitted for you.
No, but they do fit pretty well. I think we
They
have a
do.
similar build.
Do you want to know my tailor?
I actually would like that. Are you going to write
right-
that down for me?
Yeah.
Scott,
Okay. Do you have
Scott,
a pen?
Why
Do
don't
you
you
have a pen?
why don't you write this down?
Do you have a pen?
Yeah, here you go. There you go.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna write down. This is my tailor.
Cool. This is really nice.
Yeah,
and
no,
you, and
no,
you get
no,
these
no.
from Chinese Amazon.
Yeah. No. Well, it's like Chinese eBay, but on Amazon, just there's a lot of Chinese distributors.
Okay, so it's just regular Amazon. I can get this.
Yeah.
this
Just
China
look,
product.
just look for the shipping address.
And, and the tariffs haven't messed with this at all.
No. The pricing
Okay.
is about half what you would normally. Pay.
I do like these pants, so I will give them. Hold on, let me
Just it's always cheaper. Tailored coats,
give
tailored
these,
pants.
Give these back to you. There.
Amazon them at the wrong size,
Yeah.
and then get them fitted for you locally.
I like
and that,
okay.
that helps local businesses.
That's-
You actually feel good about your community, even though you're buying off Amazon.
That's great, Scott. Hold on a second. I have a question for you. Why are you a rapist?
That's a curveball. I was just here to meet my
Scott,
wife.
have a seat.
Let me put my pants on first. You just handed it back.
Nope, you are not allowed to do that. This
Oh,
is
that makes me
this is- this
makes
is-
me seem more guilty with not wearing pants during this talk.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I forgot what I was supposed to be asking you during this whole thing. This is consensual sex snitch.
Yeah. So my wife told you about some of the sex we've been having in our bedroom.
Yes, and so what I've heard is that you
Leading the witness. No, I guess technically I'm the witness because I'm also on.
the
trial
witness is actually
and-
leading
and-
the prosecution.
Yeah, I'm leading the prosecution. That's what I meant.
Witness leading the prosecution. I think what you mean to ask. Scott, I've heard that there might be some things going into the wrong things, if you know what I mean.
Like laundry?
Where in
Because
the-
I did mess up laundry once on purpose
Scott.
to make sure I never had to do it again.
Scott.
That's that. By the way, if anyone else in TV land, 'cause I see the cameras, I'm surrounded by cameras.
Yes, you are, yeah.
If you don't
I'm
want,
surprised you haven't-
if you don't want to do laundry at home, do it wrong once. Like so wrong, you destroy hundreds of dollars worth of clothes.
Yeah.
You'll never have to do laundry again.
Speaking of laundry, actually, how do you wash those trousers? Are they like on a low cycle? Are they like cold, or how do you prefer to do that? Is there going to be any bleeding across things? Do I have to dry clean those? How are those trousers dealt with?
I don't really feel like I want to discuss my loads with you.
Scott, I've heard. So just to picture this, you're in the laundry room and you are supposed to be using the washer, but you put your stuff in the dryer instead. Is that a good thing?
I feel like this is uncomfortably. No, I don't want to talk about my loads with you.
Scott,
Is this going? Where's
Have
my
you-
wife? Where's my wife?
she's recovering from a sore butthole because we've heard that you've
Oh yeah,
been...
we did anal.
Oh, we got that? Cool, we're good.
Wait,
that's a
no,
wrap.
no, that's fine. Like all the teenagers are doing it. They
Yeah.
call it not virginity breaking.
Yes. Also, I just
That's,
wait. What's
that's
it?
Chris
Hold on.
Hansen. That's fine. It's legal,
I'm getting this.
right? It's legal, right?
It is actually legal. It's been legal for 2 years,
It's been legal for 2 years.
guys. Why did we shoot the show?
Yeah, and then my wife isn't even a virgin. We just do that.
But some people do that.
Yeah, it's like one night I want tacos, one night I want lo mein.
Sometimes I've
Like,
heard.
that's it.
Is that you saying that you've cheated on your wife with a Mexican and a Chinese woman?
No.
I'm just.
no,
what's
no.
that? I'm getting a word that I'm just racist. That's it. Okay, never mind then. I am just a racist man.
You did pull your corners of your eyes back when you said that to me on
Yep.
camera.
Yep.
I don't feel like I'm the bad guy here.
Although
I feel-
I'm getting. My producer is saying I'm fired.
Yeah, I feel like you just did a racist thing on camera, and you're getting really personal in me and my wife's relationship.
I do need the name of that tailor though.
Oh yeah, definitely. Here. Okay. Slide that across the table.
And scene. There it is.
I feel like that was worth it.
It was absolutely. I actually like playing the Chris Hansen part. It's good. It's different. Usually I'm on the other side of the Chris Hansen. Fuck a baby. Fuck that baby was. Nobody knows it, but
God's little fleshlights. God's little fleshlights.
oh, Jesus Christ, would approve of that message because he put them there for a reason. This is not what we're usually about, but fuck it.
Hold on, I'm making that the show title.
What, God's little fleshlights? Hey, if God didn't want me to fuck a baby, why did he shape him like fleshlights so much? Well, I don't know what kind of fleshlight
Why does
you
it
get.
take you 9 months to make me a new fleshlight? I already broke the last one.
Fucking broke right through its soft spot. Oh my God, we're fucking. If we weren't going to hell before, this is definitely some of the worst shit. Yeah, popped right through the top of it. Don't even know what happened there.
That's why I keep the female ones alive so I can make multiple ones at different intervals.
Jesus. Yeah, I got my own Fleshlight factory. A wife.
And daughters.
Oh, yeah. They're popping them out, spitting them up, ping, pang, pang, pop, pop. You know, that's Gary Busey apparently playing the man.
If you fuck your daughter, it comes out retarded. Yeah, that's a factory second.
Yeah. You know, it's like when sometimes you get the Heath Bar Crunch from Ben & Jerry's, got a big old piece of Heath Bar in it. Well, that's what you get when you get one of those retarded Fleshlights. Yeah, sometimes you got a bigger forehead to smash through. Oh, my God. I'm glad we're like, there's no way for us to get pulled off of air, because this might be some of the worst shit we've ever said. Anyway.
Oh, my God.
Moving on to story number 2.
Ouch.
Okay, so story number 2 is about a little background on this is there was an MIT report, an MIT Technology Review report, or an article I should say, that had a little bit an article about the fact that it was essentially backed up by a bunch of crazy mathematics and stuff, which is probably again once just based on statistics, which you can get to back up anything you want. Pointing this sort of like herd mentality for anti-conformists, that somehow anti-conformists still end up conforming with one another.
Well,
which is not surprising. Everybody knows that, I think, except for the anti-conformists who think they're really unique.
And before you get into the story deep, because it's about hipsters, the easiest way to point at this is goth.
Yes, exactly.
We all have an idea of what a goth person looks like, male and
they're
female.
Supposedly anti-conformist, but they're conformist. And the thing is, it's fine because people have a herd mentality. They like hanging out with like-minded people. They didn't come up with those ideas on their own separately and then be like, oh, you just happen to look like me. They definitely had an idea of what it looks like to be an anti-conformist in that regard.
Goth is the easiest one to run down the hurdle with.
Absolutely. Because and it predates hipsters, of course.
I mean, besides that, you'd have preppies, stuff like that. They all definitely
but preppies, I think, is one where other people label them that way, whereas goths are people who are trying to be anti-conformists.
And hipsters are the new goths.
Yes. Because, essentially what happened with hipsters
also
is
a good show title, but it's never going to be God's Little Fleshlights.
No, nothing is, and also, if there's a way to take podcasts off the air, we have figured it out.
No, the factory seconds part, I think, really... I think that was the icing on the cake.
Oh, yes, it was. Anyway, so this article pretty much pointed out one of the things they did was talk about how hipsters, are supposedly anti-conformists, yet they end up always looking the same. And on their cover, they actually utilized a picture. They took they essentially used like Illustrator to make like a vector-based image.
I just wish the image on the article was the actual image they put up, and some guy said that.
Yes.
The vector image of a generic hipster.
Yes.
I wish somebody was like, "That's me."
Well, the thing is though, like that's essentially what happened. Like, there was a slightly computer. It wasn't that exact picture.
They all
but
look the same.
There was a slightly computer altered picture, like vector graphic type thing, where it was where they used that image as the foundation for their article, and the person who was in this image. So they thought, got in touch with the writers and said, I don't I'm going to sue you for slander, libel, one of those things, because you use my picture without permission for something that I consider, first of all, I don't consider myself a hipster. Hipsters generally don't. They always think they're above it, but they happen to fall into they tick every box. The funny thing about this is it essentially proved their point, because it turned out this guy wasn't in that picture. It wasn't the guy's picture. He just looked so much like this other hipster that he thought it was a picture of him. Yeah. So much like it that he mistook himself in this picture, which was great because I'm sure MIT wasn't expecting it to be proven so blatantly and so flagrantly by this hipster. So that's the story. Scott, you said you actually had some content idea for this.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I don't want to even ruin that.
Hipster Big Brother.
Yeah.
So it's 10 dudes in a house.
First of all,
and they're all the same looking and style.
Just using like the clone stamp tool in like Photoshop or like a computer generated program. So they're technically different people in that, but you're literally using the same person with it. By the way, everybody, when I say hipster, I didn't even think I had to explain the image because everybody already knows what it looks like. Beard. Tendered very well. Big like black, big like grandpa glasses, and a like a winter beanie. But like the fit knit cap.
You're describing me slightly.
Oh, I know, but not really. I wouldn't
Not
never
really.
consider
I'm
you
not
a
a
hipster.
hipster, no.
Yeah, and the thing is, I can legitimately say that, but I've never looked at you and said hipster. There's two types of hipsters. There's the bearded hipster. I think the thing you're lacking...
I can't do a beard.
If you did a big beard where you put oils and shit in it...
I could be a hipster.
And also, like, the skinny jeans.
Well,
you don't do skinny jeans?
I've worn beanies.
You're a thin guy, so you wear jeans.
And they look skinny because I'm skinny.
But no, but they don't look like skinny jeans. You
No.
wear jeans that fit you.
Yeah.
Like, skinny jeans are jeans that people
But
wear.
I've always
like,
worn beanies in the winter, not summer.
Yes. But that doesn't look like it's straight out of the Wes Anderson movie, though.
No.
No, these are like the knit caps. Yeah, you don't look, and actually your glasses are like more similar to mine where they're thin.
They are, yeah.
You need the big,
black frame, but
you
thin.
actually, like, I just explained a bunch of stuff you're wearing. None of it fits the hipster visual that I'm talking about.
I have like a faux biker jacket.
Yeah,
not
yeah.
really.
No, there's a couple of hipsters. There's the skinny hipster, which is funny because I know a guy who looks and acts a lot like a hipster, but he's totally not a hipster and he's anti-hipster.
Actually, I know
actually
one
feel,
too,
but I actually
same.
feel bad for him.
Looks a lot like one,
but he's just always looked that way. He happens to look that way. Some of these people, though, they go out of their way, especially the ones with the big like beards. Are like, I'm so unique because I've got this beard. And I mean, unfortunately, I it's too bad because beards used to be like really cool.
Here,
I never thought they were cool, but you know.
How about this? Rapid fire, Big Brother, all hipsters. Week 1, me. All they do is talk music. Yeah, I used to like Vampire Weekend before their first album. Next guy. I used to like Australian punk rock before, they even knew guitars.
Yeah,
like, it's all one-upping each other on the most absurd things.
Oh, yeah, before, but it's finally like to a point where it's just like, yeah.
I like drummers who don't use the sticks,
You know those guys? The hand guys?
hand drummers.
Wait,
you mean like these
percussionists?
percussionists?
They're just like... No, I mean, like, they have a drum set in front of them, they just look at it like with scorn.
When I was in high school, I was in an Iron Maiden cover band, ironically, but we used buckets for every instrument.
Yeah. And the one for guitar didn't even have strings on it.
No, none of them, no strings, just buckets. Just everyone hit a bucket.
Except for the drummer who used a guitar.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
Actually,
basically, yeah. And then, like, week 2...
People who try so hard to, like, be... Like, instead of just being yourself... Because the thing I've always appreciated are people who can legitimately be themselves. When I run into somebody who's just, like... who is willing to admit they like a shitty pop song. I'm that way. Like, I like a lot of like stuff that could definitely be considered indie and all. I listen to crazy shit.
I listen to Poppy, which would make me a laughingstock amongst most people I know.
Yeah, and not only that, you
and
own it. That's the beauty of it, though.
I fucking love Poppy, and I own this shit.
And the key is you gotta just own it. Like I will. I was talking about having a certain type of night the other night where I was listening to like music and watching movies and seeing
tucking your dick and dancing around the living room.
Exactly. I probably was. I don't know what I was doing. I had a night. Anyway,
just with your dick
that very well could have happened. I don't know what happened that night. Anyway, but I do remember watching the shit. Like for 6 hours, I watched a video by this guy Griffin, who's like an EDM guy or whatever. But I listened to it afterwards. I'm like, oh no, this is actually like a really well made, fucking fun song. I can absolutely admit when I like stupid, cheesy shit. The problem with some of these anti-conformists, they try so hard. Like, people are locking happiness out of their lives because they're like, I can't like that Justin Timberlake song. Oh, shit, Justin Bieber actually made a good song with a good producer. I can't say I like it. I gotta make myself hate
Justin
it.
Bieber is a cunt, so.
He made that awesome album for that awesome producer, Blood Diamonds, which is fucking insane.
I can't do it.
Here's the thing. It's okay if you don't like it.
Yeah, I just can't do it.
I did not want to. But God damn it, are they? It's similar like when Justin Timberlake came out with that album, Justified. After
I like
Justin
Timberlake.
You do now, but I bet you.
No. I've never had a problem with him ever.
Well, I mean, I don't like NSYNC. I still don't like.
Oh, I don't listen to his music either. I just don't have a problem.
Yeah,
with
no.
it. Basically, because it's funny on Saturday Night Live.
But there's two Justin Timberlake albums that were awesome. One was produced by Timbaland, who's an awesome producer. So Justin Bieber has this producer, Blood Diamonds, who's one of my favorite producers. He made these awesome songs. He's got a great voice. Justin Bieber is ridiculously talented. He's also a prick. I don't like listening to it. I like two of the songs, really like enough to do them in karaoke style. But I don't like liking it, but I will admit if it's good. I'm not going to fucking I'm not going to take happiness out of my life because I feel like it's not okay to like something. Whereas hipsters are like, the way I feel is they go out of their way to judge other people.
Fan.
That's not controversial. That's fine, dude.
She carries a ghost detector everywhere she goes. Did you know that?
That makes her fucking cooler than ever.
She's deathly afraid of ghosts, and everywhere she goes on her
I've always had
her person, she has an electromagnetic spectrum detector.
I've had one of the most top watched videos in my YouTube feed is every Sia video ever made. Like, she's fucking awesome too.
I've never seen one.
And Sia, S-I-A?
Yeah, I've never seen one.
Yep.
I know she has that hair.
Well, because she isn't usually
Helmet.
she's not seen in her video. She doesn't put herself in
Helmet
videos.
hair.
And she doesn't put herself on stage much. But she's also an amazing musician. Like, similar to Lady Gaga, you strip them away from their like production, and they can sit in front of a piano and play the fuck out of their songs, which is awesome. And then they just sound like Beatles songs or something. So they're great.
You're a musician too, so it's more fair to talk with you and have you have your opinions because you actually have validity behind your opinion.
Everybody does, though. To me, it's nothing about the musical side of that. I'm saying
everyone has validity behind their opinion.
Yes.
You're a musician, though.
Well, I can look at it from a different.
More.
I can look at it from a different scope, but I don't think it does. I think like if people dislike something and it touches them like in a certain way, then fine, then you got it. Like that makes it good. Even shitty music, if it makes somebody happy, it's good. Fine. Stop trying to take happiness out of our lives, you fucking hipsters.
What was that thing I introduced you to recently last week? Paloma? Was that what it was called?
No.
The swing electronic.
Oh, that was it. Okay, yeah.
Was it Paloma?
I don't remember. You sent me. I actually had to ask you again via text what it was, and I have forgotten.
Yeah,
but I have it saved.
It's new to me. That's the issue.
Yeah.
It's that swing electronic with the girls singing. Super good music videos too.
Yes,
they're all animated and they're really, really fun. It's
one of them has like a really cool rotoscope animation thing going on, I think.
Caravan Palace.
Caravan Palace, yes.
I don't know where it came up with Paloma.
I have no idea because it did not ring a bell.
Songs,
but
I
okay,
think.
yeah. Oh, that may have been one where you said to listen to that as well. Maybe we'll.
No, because the songs they said were Lone Digger, which was the main one, and then Wonderland.
I wonder if we'll get flagged. We probably will get flagged by YouTube if we try to play that to go out on. So we probably shouldn't. But people should listen to Caravan Palace. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Caravan Palace is fun. Older stuff is more swing. Modern stuff is
How about this?
more
I'm gonna
club.
end the tune with an actual old public domain swing song that will probably sound like grating fucking fingernails on a chalkboard.
Sure, but when you hear that, just remember to go listen to Caravan Palace.
Yeah, it'll sound better than that.
And listen to Lone Digger.
Yeah.
In fact,
and watch the music.
Go to
video.
the YouTube video because that really is how it was sold to me.
Yeah, and it does make a big difference. Anyway, moving on. Do you want to? Do we have time?
We're gonna save it for next week.
Okay, I was gonna say because here's the thing. Okay, let me just give a little teaser so people come back here. Because what we'll do is do Seaman Glazed Donuts.
No, Jared, that was the last office party you threw. No.
Oh, it was, wasn't it?
But there is a story about it. Do you want to do that?
I would like to do that. I just wanted to give a teaser. So we have a whole thing about the Florida, because I teased getting into Florida stories, and I want people. We are not going to get into those because this warrants probably half a show. I would say next week all of web droppings is we start with this, and if we get to anything else, that's fine. We have a Florida Man scoring system that we came across, that Scott came across actually, and it has multiple stories involved in it. It has a bunch of explanations. We cannot do it justice in 13 minutes. So next week we're going to probably spend half the show on just the Florida Man stuff. Maybe make it. How about next week's a Florida Man special? Well, actually, because honestly, we usually tend away from Florida Man stories because there's so many, they're so prominent. We'll make next week Florida specific. It'll make it easier for us to figure out the information.
Next week's episode, Florida Man, God's little fleshlight.
God's little fleshlight. Yeah, we're just gonna use that over and over again until people finally sue us. Anyway, so we're moving into the last story about Scott. You brought this one to the table. Seaman Glazed Donuts. I have not read it. I have not read this story.
You haven't, and there's not a lot to learn except an employee, and I'm opening the story now. I had to close out a whole bunch of links to get there. I'm sorry. This happened in Charlotte, North Carolina. An office worker has been charged after he brought donuts glazed with his own semen to his boss's farewell party.
Ooh, okay. This definitely sounds like a revenge thing. Am I getting that right? Is this a revenge thing, or did they just think they're like these?
Adam Richardson, 37, had worked at his accounting firm for over 12 years, and for much of that time was managed by his boss, Jonathan Keene. Keene recently announced his retirement.
I bet he wasn't too keen on eating cum donuts. Ow! 2019.
Well done.
We're 3 months in, but I'm still using it. March Madness, baby.
So what Richardson did is he purchased some plain donuts from a local shop, took them home.
Oh,
and
he
then
didn't even purchase glazed donuts and then come on them.
No, plain donuts.
Oh, he put work into this.
Yeah, then he came into he made his own icing sugar.
I'm saying
mix.
this is amazing. The guy put his work into
dipped them so they then became glazed donuts.
glazed
And then he brought him
donuts.
to his work, where the employees at the farewell party who ate the donuts reported something unusual about the flavor, noting that there was a salty
Hey, does
aftertaste.
anybody else taste cum? Like,
I would love to be that guy.
but somebody's just like, yeah, but they're eating the third one.
No, and some girl just looks at you, smiles, and winks.
Yeah.
Like, what does that even mean?
I don't know. But we both taste cum.
Confusing reactions to non-reactory situations.
Yes.
Employees at the farewell party who ate the donuts reported something unusual about the flavor, noting that there was a salty aftertaste. After seeing Keene eat a donut and complimenting him on the taste, employees say Richardson burst into uncontrolled laughter.
Yes. That's how I react when I see people eat donuts in general. It's just because the demons tell me to laugh.
The demons always tell me to laugh when people eat, which is uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for me because I'm a chef.
Yeah. It's just you standing like in your little nook, like with just like half your face peering out, pointing, going, "You eat cum!"
Yeah, my bosses were hesitant when I asked them to put in the coat room of silence, but I told them it would pay off in the end.
I need a very soundproof chamber.
Yeah.
Also, what can I make that looks like cum so people don't suspect there's cum in it?
And if you think
The
anything,
glazed cheesesteak. That's good, yes.
and if you think anything I said was weird, remember the soundproof room is for coats. Definitely for coats.
Definitely for coats. Not for me cackling, no. I'm making my special glazed batter for the glazed cheesesteak.
Here's a quote from one of the employees.
Actually, did you say like a candied something cheesesteak? It sounds pretty good. Actually. Candied something.
Candied milk steak with jelly beans.
Actually, I've been talking.
Remember milk steak?
I do remember milk steak. I don't know if you like candied jalapenos. If anybody's ever had those,
Yeah, they're
fucking
wonderful.
amazing.
They're
I've got
wonderful.
a jar sitting around here that I just eat.
No, they're
with
so
my
easy
bare
to make,
hands
too. Like-
well, they are they're not. They don't even take as long as like pickle stuff. It's like boiling some shit and fucking jarring them and a bunch of sugar, and it's great.
Little oven work.
Yep, it's great. Amazing.
Okay. Am I
I don't just said
Is
amazing.
it my turn?
It's your turn.
Are we doing this?
Yeah.
Are we doing this?
Hold on, let me set up my office here.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna take some notes about the show here.
There, build a little wall for you too.
All
right.
Yep.
Quote from an employee at the business.
From an employee at the business. Continue.
We figured that
We figured it.
We figured
We
that he
figured
spiked the
that.
donuts with something because there's a bit of a bad blood in the past between the pair, said one of the employees. But we had no idea it was his own semen. Well,
So they were thinking like, oh, it got spiked. Like you put some.
like drugs or even alcohol or who knows.
But
Just-
thing is though, like, I mean, if you're like, oh, they spiked a glazed thing with something and it tastes weird, the first thing I think of is this has cum in it. I hate to say it. That's the first thing I'm assuming.
the story goes on. A
does.
concerned employee took a donut to the police and requested it to be analyzed.
I want to see like the police, like, because there's CCTV cameras in the
Put
police
this
station.
in an evidence bag.
Just somebody like walking in like with both hands outstretched, be like, "Hey, officer, I think there's cum in this donut."
And when the results came back positive for semen, all employees who had eaten the donuts were sent for STD checks.
Did they have to bring like multiple to the police station, afraid they would actually eat one of the cum donuts before it actually got
I hope
processed?
the police had a sense of humor. They're like, yeah, this test positive for cum. I mean, everyone needs to come in for an STD check. All right, now you come in front of me. Now you come in front of me. Now you come in front
That's
of
not
me.
a sense of humor. That's sexual assault. Oh, you know that classic Weinstein sense of humor.
I'm a girl. Yeah, come in front of me.
Yeah, we squirt whatever you do, whatever your fucking fake little pussy button does. Oh no,
Button. That's kind of cute sounding, honestly.
It's a clip.
That might be the cutest way of you saying something horrible about women. You little pushy button. Look at you.
Oh, your
pushy
little
button.
oh, your little clip there. You like those spinning
You're
around.
gonna press the button, see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna press the button, see what happens.
It's squiddy
Or are you gonna go up? Or are you gonna go down? Are you in an elevator? Are you in an elevator?
Oh, look at that.
Are you a big old elevator? Gonna go up?
You like
Or you gonna go down?
It's like squirt. It's like a little squirty little flower, isn't it? Or it's like a squirty little clown
Or
flower.
you're making noises. If I twist it, do you get louder? Do you get
Yeah,
quieter?
yeah, because
do you get louder?
Because
do you get quieter?
Yeah, because twisting anything on anybody generally doesn't feel great. Ow! She loves it. No, she doesn't. She said "ow" when you twisted her clit.
So he has been arrested. He was arrested at his work, at his desk, and he admitted to the crime immediately, saying he wanted to get revenge on
Of
his
course,
boss.
this is definitely something he expected to be made public. Yes,
and coworkers. And
I hope so, because I would hate it, because I work in a great place I love all my coworkers, and I love my bosses, luckily. If I hated a boss and I loved all my coworkers, but I was like, I'm going to have to feed
him one donut.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to
give him that one donut.
Sometimes you got to feed all your friends come to get revenge.
This is jelly-filled, cream-covered, and there's a side of au jus.
Yeah, it's for you! Don't touch it! It's for him!
Did you say moi jus? Yes, my juice. It's my juice.
Moi jus.
It's my juice.
Oh, that's a clever chef joke right there. That is. That's
au jus is beef juice.
I know. Yes.
Beef,
yes. Of course. I do know.
That's a clever. I'm a chef. So.
As you know, I've cooked, and I used to serve plenty of French dips, so I had plenty of au jus on the side. But moi jus is very good. Yes, it's moi jus. Wait, did you say moi jus? No.
Au jus.
This doesn't look like the usual au jus I have.
Why is that?
Why? Because it's white, and drips off it like cum? No. Nothing. Bye. Before the cops come. Before the cops come.
That's some hard prep.
I also
making a 6-ounce ramekin of moi jus takes at least 3 sessions.
Yeah, I'm gonna need 2 days and unlimited access to Pornhub Premium.
I'm gonna pat myself in the back for the next week for moi jus.
It's a good one. It really is a really, really good one. First of all, I've never heard it before. It's clever. I really love it. So pat on the back, Scott, for that one.
That and God's Little Fleshlight. We did well this week.
Yeah. That one may have ruined us.
We may not be back on the
air. I don't think
next
anybody's listening at this moment except for Jason Northrup, who's like, I'll forgive him.
Well, I had a choice last night. I needed to burn up my last God's Little Fleshlight or make some moi jus.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I didn't go onto YouTube, where I found out you can combine the two activities. You just wring out the fleshlights when you're done with them, like old towels.
Yeah, then I can make some moi jus for my old fleshlights. Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
The drippings from my fleshlights.
Yes. HPP, horrible people's problems. That's what we suffer from.
All right. Well.
So come donuts. Oh, actually, I would say I'm actually surprised that police took it seriously. That somebody came in with a donut to a police station and said, "Can you test this?" And they took them seriously. That is a great police station, actually, because you would assume based on the police with donuts, that whole stereotype, that they would just be like, "Oh, fuck you, get out of here, arrest them," like they're an asshole. But no, they actually were like, "No, this might be a cum donut. Could you actually taste it?" And they actually were like,
that
clearly
feels like something out of Super Troopers.
I also feel like they just like threw a bunch of rape kits aside, and be like, "All right, oh yeah, we're supposed to be dealing with this, but there's a cum donut, guys," and they fucking
No, it just gets thrown in with the rape kits. so there's all these like legit rape kits, and then there's just this
donut in a bag with a bite out of it because the cop did have a bite.
And then they got like a new female commandant, and she comes in and she's like, "Well, first thing we need to do is get these rape kits in order." And she's like, "Is this a fucking joke?
Is this a joke?
Is this a fucking
First of all,
joke?"
There's a bite out of it, so one of you motherfuckers.
I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you, Hal, with the herpes on your lips.
He's wiping crumbs across his herpes lips. And a herpes sore flakes off. Nothing. On that note, and God's Little Fleshlight.
Also, to be fair, there's also a bite taken out of this rape kit.
I'm looking at you, Rapey Joe. Snacking on a hymen. All right.
I don't think that's how rape kits work.
It's not at all.
Some bags of hymens need to be tested.
Hey, so you said you've been raped. Yeah. We're going to need your hymen. Wait, what? Yeah, no, I'm new, so I don't know if that's what we do, but we're just going to go and take that hymen there. Do you have like a collection of multiple?
We'll test it, we'll wash it, we'll hand it back to you.
Yeah.
When's that happen? Well, we have a backlog of 20 years. Hope you're not busy.
Yeah, we're just getting to the Black Dahlia hymen, so we're a little behind.
Go home and watch your stories or make a sandwich for your husband or whatever you do in 2019.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
I came from the past. I was frozen like Encino Man. Encino Cop. That was a bad way to end it, but we're going to end it on that.
No, it'd be very fitting. Like a cop gets unfrozen from his Encino cryo ditch.
Yeah.
And then
it means it's like he was like a 1960s beat cop.
And then he goes back to his own police station and finds out they're just about to work on the rape kit he last flagged and tagged and put in the locker.
Yeah, he's like, wait a minute, I thought this was good. Okay.
And then it's a big statement on how the cops are fucked up and how they're not fixing rape crimes and how everything needs to be changed.
But it also allows him to go and realize the difference between 1960s culture and now.
And then
which is nothing.
Then Pauly
Which is
Shore
nothing.
pulls a donut out of an evidence bag, puts his tongue in it, and goes, "Oh, weasel,
The weasel. Pauly Shore's been frozen since 1996. He comes back.
Weasel.
Like, I'm still popular, right? The weasel. The
Pauly
weasel.
Shore, you just ruined 19 rape kits with that joke."
Yeah, well, I created 20, yeah. Pauly Shore, rapist.
Get lost.
Get lost.
Finally found a fellow almost completely divine, but his vocabulary is killing this romance of mine. We get into an intimate situation, and then begins this Romeo's conversation. He says murder, he says. Every time we kiss, he says murder, he says. At a time like this, he says murder, he says. Is that the language of love? He says salad, he says. Takes me in his arms and says salad, he says. Meaning all my charms, he says salad, he says. Is that the language of love? He says chick, chick, you torture me, zoot. Are we living? I'm thinking of leaving him flat. He says dig, dig, the jumps the old ticker is given. Now he can talk better than that. He says murder, he says. Every time we kiss, he says murder, he says. Keep it up like this and that, murder, he says. In that impossible tone, we'll bring on nobody's murder but his own. Now, babe, we're cooking, and other expressions to wit. He says we're in the groove, and the groove is good looking. He sounds like his uppers don't fit. He says murder, he says. Every time we kiss, he says murder, he says. Keep it up like this and that, murder, he says. In that impossible tone.